Bitcoin lands on Wall Street in its debut session. It was up 26%. Take a look at this chart. It shows the price versus the volume. If you come inside the Bloomberg here, Bitcoin futures grinding higher, but off the highs of the session. Volume super hot right when it started trading at 6 p.m. last night and around 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock last night. Now volume, like 2 contracts are being traded right now. Well, joining us from Chicago is CBOE trader Scott Bauer. Hey, Scott, what was it like to trade Bitcoin over the last 12 hours?
You know, it's actually been very orderly. The futures market here has been very orderly, like you just said. Just a couple contracts being traded right now. We're just under 3,000 total contracts. So when you look at a total notional value here, you're right around just under 50 million or so compared to, the market cap of Bitcoin being 300, billion. But this is really good. The market's been very, very orderly. Most of the contracts that have traded, the futures contracts, have been in the January expiration cycle, a few going out to February and March. But what we've actually seen since the big rise, when this was just launched, is the spread between months has really come in. It's, it started out about a $2,000 wide spread to go from January all the way out to March, and that has really come in. So, listen, it's a growing market here. This is just in its infancy in terms of futures here, and the market is kind of getting a feel, but overall very, very orderly. Yeah,
I want to take a look at, say, what kind of ARBs we might be looking at, Scott. Another chart I'm going to show you here are Bitcoin futures versus the underlying Bitcoin price. So the Bitcoin price is trading lower. A lot of traders wind up trading that. It's called the basis. You could also wind up trading that versus another exchange, etc. What's your popular trade right now?
Well, I just look right now, and the spread between February and March futures is only about $100 right now. It started off much wider than that. The January to March started out almost $2,000 wide. So to me, that's a spread worth looking at right now, is buying yourself a month's time from the February expiration out to March with only that $100 edge. Now, that could wind up being a $2,000 spread. That could wind up being an inverted spread. We don't really know at this point. The market will figure that out, right? Supply and demand and market economics will make that come into line. But right now, to me, that seems to be the, perhaps the favored edge if there was one out there.
Okay, thanks to CBOE trader Scott Bauer.